pleasant words, oh, beautiful words of life. But you got to fear the Lord. You got to fear the Lord in order to establish that, faithful friend, because now you're seeking on how a true friend establishing that truth in that individual.
I just need a little faith in the Most High. He order all the steps I take. Time may get weary, but I gotta keep the pace. The clock is ticking, day of the Lord ain't gon' wait. I will walk the water for your grace.
Open you up. I'll say it again, they're not opening you up, building you up in these scriptures. Reminding, because sometimes when we go through things in life, we don't want to go through, us Israelites, we don't want to go in these scriptures. Some of us. Can't speak for all, but I'm gonna speak for myself. When I'm down, depending what the situation may be, so sometimes I don't want to crack open this Bible. But that's when a proven friend sees me like that and gives me words of life. Because life is filled with transitions, conundrums and whatnot. You know?
And will hide himself from thy face.
You don't want that kind of individual that's hiding themselves when you're down on your luck. Whatever that luck may be, I'm just not talking about material things nor money. You know?
Separate thyself from thine enemies.
Separate thyself from thy enemies. So hand join in hand, you holding hands with your enemies that was already established. Okay, Con, all praises. Start from the top again and read that.
Separate thyself from thine enemies.
Separate thyself from thy enemies. That was already established, through the Spirit. We're not too hasty out here. And the brother turned it back on after he passed through there. That's all praises. That's respect. That's the Spirit of the Lord. Y'all got to understand that. We can't be too contentious out here in these streets, right? Separate thyself from thy enemies. That was already established who your enemies of these other nations are. But then again, you have enemies that are within that's your own people. And this is how you identify them. And this is how you prove someone to establish that truth within them. And vice versa. Because you ought to be proving yourself. Am I some of these characteristics? Now today they call them red flags. Individuals have red flags now. Check out these red flags. Read on.
And take heed of thy friends.
Take heed of thy friends. The people that you keep round about you. What does taking heed of thy friends is? Oh, it's all good. We can miss this Sabbath. Oh, it's all good. Don't worry about that. It was just a little bit of pork. You don't know. If it goes contrary to the laws of God, contrary to your spirit, that's what you got to look out for. You're taking heed of thy friends, making sure that they abide in the day of trouble, making sure they're giving you sound doctrine, right? Kind words, encouraging words. We're going to get to that. We're going to get Galatians 6. Read on.
A faithful friend is a strong defense.
Here we go. Now, a faithful friend, a friend that's always this is a green flag. This is the person that you want to have by your side. A faithful friend is a strong defense. That person is there with you through ups, downs, mountains high, valleys low. And I'm just not talking about money. We understand that. But sometimes money is not I don't need your dollar. Now don't get it twisted. Someone give me $100, right? I can use that thing righteously though, right? But sometimes, I just want to, let's go out for a drink or something. Or come to the house, right? Or we need to talk on the phone. Not gossip and murmur. Get this straight, y'all, especially sisters. Men do it too. We all do it. That's the spirit of Israel. We all do it. Don't gossip about your issues. Don't wallow in in them. Hey, we talking about friendship. Y'all got any words on us, advice for friendship? You know, it's okay. You know, don't gossip and murmur about your issues. Don't wallow, man. I understand. Sometimes we just need to vent. You gotta make sure you're that kind of friend, because in this day and age, friends or people, they don't want to hear your problems. I understand it. That weighs you down. We do counseling there every Sunday, and we're hearing issues out. We're hearing problems out within our nation. And those spirits kind of weigh us down, but you have to be built up for that, because you're doing this for the Most High God, right? So don't be that kind of friend like, you know your partner down, you know your sister down, but you're like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to. Hey, let the brother vent, let the sister vent, and then you build them back up. Give them a solution. Don't overstep them in their speech. They just need to vent. They got all this bottled up. Whatever the situation may be, right? Being wise, because you know you do. Now don't get it confused. You do got people that just want to talk and vent about nothing. Brother, sister, you got the same problem that you had last week. You got the same problem that you had last month. Now wait a minute. I didn't give you $50 last week. You've been down on your rent for the last 4 months. Now we got to bring it to council. Now we got to sit here and go to the different parts of the scriptures, right? That's another conversation. Read on.
And he that hath found such an one hath found a treasure.
That's a treasure. That's a treasure. And you hide that kind of treasure. Read on.
Nothing doth countervail a faithful friend.
Nothing countervails that faithful friend in life. You all right? What's going on? Yeah. This distraction. You know, I talked to our PC. See, and that's the thing about it. I get him over there. You get him on camera. You know, that's the thing about it. That's the thing about it. We understand. You know, our people are down bad. Our people are down bad. They're strung out their mind, being drunkards. And I'm not just talking about, when I say drunk, I just don't mean strong drink. Being drunkards off of substances, right? To smoke something bad, that angel dust, PCC, fentanyl, whatever. Now the brother bugged out his mind. We gotta have that compassion for our people. These other nations do it to their own people. Why not us? So I talk to the brother like he regular. Calm that spirit. You know, Christ was able to cast those kind of demons out of our people in the swine. That's a lesson for another time. Read on.
And his excellency is invaluable.
Hey, it's invaluable. That friendship is invaluable. Read on.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
That's what I want right there. Read it again.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
A faithful friend, that's the medicine of life. What do you do when you're sick? Medicine heals you. The scripture teaches us not to cast aside, roughly paraphrasing, not to cast aside the physician, right? Of course, we understand that physician is, you know, a physical doctor, right? When you need to go to the hospital, this, that, and the third. But making that parable, as Sirach is doing, hey, that's that medicine to heal you. Life done weighed you down. You're down on your luck. You're down in your spirit. But you could call that faithful friend, or you yourself being that faithful friend. You're being that medicine of life to that individual, to your husband, to your wife, right? Proving someone that friendship. You gotta understand. Y'all gotta understand that thing. Like I said before, y'all get too weighed down. I don't want to hear, like we already established that, you know, we got people, hey, you need $20 every week. Got something going on. You're expecting a miracle every day. But that friend gotta prove somebody, right? Hey, sisters, what's going on? That's all right. You know, you gotta prove your friends. You gotta prove your friends. That friend gotta be that medicine. That medicine. Hey, brothers, how y'all doing? We talk about friendship. Y'all can give me any advice on friendship? Why you don't like him? You walking with him? Hey, I understand it. I understand it. You know, our people pull and tug at the shoulder. But that's that medicine of life. That's that medicine of life. Read on.
And they that fear the Lord shall find him.
Hey, you gotta fear the Lord, right? Where you at? What verse is that?
16.
Come on, verse 16. 6 and 16. Give me Proverbs 16:24. That faithful friend, right? But you gotta fear the Lord. You just not gonna able to point out these green flags, these red flags, not only within other individuals, but within yourself. Am I being that faithful friend? Am I only this brother friend? Am I only this sister friend because they got a little something? They high up in life. They got some kind of status. You know, and I'm just at the table to eat, but I got nothing to give. Right? I'm just not talking about money. Just not talking about money. I got no type of encouragement for that brother. No type of encouragement for that sister. Right? You got that?
Proverbs 16.
24, 16, 24.
16.
You know, okay, you got it.
Pleasant words are as a honeycomb,
Uh-huh.
sweet to the soul, and health to the bones.
Pleasant words is as honeycomb. Y'all understand that? Sweet to the bone. Pleasant words. Oh, beautiful words of life. But you got to fear the Lord. You got to fear the Lord in order to establish that, faithful friend, because now you're seeking on how a true friend establishing that truth in that individual, in that relationship. Go back to Sirach 6. That's the key. Read on. 17.
Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright.
Uh-huh.
For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
So whatever, you know, it's a worldly proverb. It's a worldly proverb that goes around that, you know, what's that? Birds together, flock together. You know, we gotta be around men of the Lord. You gotta be around women of the Lord. Because what? Y'all building each other up. Iron sharpening iron. Y'all building each other up. I understand it. We see you, but we not giving you what you want. We ain't giving. We out here teaching friendship and how to deal with our people. We mending that. Read on.
My son, gather instruction from thy youth up.
From thy youth up. From thy youth up, of course, you know, you teaching this to the young ones. But let's look at it this way. We come in this truth. We're now a babe again. And we desire the sincere milk. So look at yourself. It don't matter how old you may be. Look at yourself as a youth in this truth. And let me read that again.
My son, gather instruction from thy youth up.
The gather, of course, this is talk about literal age, but hey, some of us are older in this thing. And it's a beautiful thing, though. Don't get that twisted, because y'all encouraging other individuals. You guys, you got to realize, you are the apostle to somebody. Apostle just means sent out. Somebody's looking at you, looking at your walk. You know what? That brother right there, or that sister right there, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but that's what they call that now? Energy. That brother got some good energy. That sister got some good energy. No, that's the spirit of the Most High God on you. Now you be in that light. Now you're gaining. Those are the brothers and sisters that you ought to be around. Read on.
So shalt thou find wisdom till thine own age.
Wisdom in our own age. So the more you grow in this truth, the more you gain in your physical age, the more wisdom you're going to get.
When you brought to a lower state, you must learn to be patient. You come to serve the Lord, prepare your soul for temptation. Who trusted Yah was misled in our past generations. No one forsaken, you mistaken if you ain't obeying. No lying on no tale bearing. Get thee behind me, Satan. That's my brother, no bloodshed. Get thee behind me, Satan. No idolatry, no